Something is happening in the photography industry right now that honestly feels like a flag waving in the wind, begging us to stop and assess the industry for just a moment. I'm Carrie Joy. I've had my wedding photography business for over a decade. I created this channel to help photographers build the business beyond the photos by turning your strengths into scalable strategies. Part of me did not want this topic to be my very first video because it's messy, it's still unfolding, and there are a lot of strong opinions out there. But the reason I'm talking about it is because this conversation leads to a really important topic that every photographer needs to lean into. We need to know where our industry is headed. There is currently a situation blowing up on the internet where multiple photographers are being accused of building their portfolio using AI-generated images and even using other photographers' work as their starting point, then presenting those images as real images they've shot, not AI-assisted and not enhanced, completely fabricated moments being marketed as real. And understandably, people are not okay with this. When someone hires a photographer, especially for weddings, they're not just buying photos. They're trusting you with a once-in-a-lifetime day. There are no do-overs, no second chances. And what makes this even more unsettling is that we're entering a space where you can't genuinely tell what's real and what's not anymore. AI is getting better, images are getting more convincing. The days of really bad and obvious AI edits will be quickly behind us. No more wonky hands or random subjects in the background appearing. Now, the barrier to looking like an experienced photographer is basically gone, if you're scamming people, that is. If you haven't heard the latest, here's the quick version of what's been happening. There are several social accounts that exist to help identify and call out these photographers who are stealing other photographers' photos, trying to pass them off as their own. Who doesn't love a good neighborhood watch? Recently, the internet has caught fire because multiple photographers are being called out for using AI to generate wedding images and post them as real work. They're also ripping off other photographers' photos, taking their images and swapping out couples with new ones, and using real images as prompts to create nearly identical photos. We're gonna pause here really quickly because I was so curious that I went into one of these AI photo sites and asked it to recreate one of my images. The results shocked me. Obviously, if you look closely at the window, you can see that you would need to do some editing to make that look a little bit normal, but even the couple looks pretty good. And this is exactly what these photographers are doing to scam others. They are taking photo stealing to a whole new level, but it turns out that they're not as sneaky as maybe they thought they were. We'll get to that in the next video. But what's more shocking is one of these scammers is marketed as a luxury photographer, being in the business since at least 2016, having over 55,000 followers on social media, and seeming to have a legit business from the outside looking in. And again, I want to be really clear here that this is still all unfolding, but these are allegations being discussed publicly with some of the main commentators in our industry weighing in. But even the possibility of this scam happening at a larger scale, well, that's what makes this such a big moment for our industry. This drama is going viral, which means that soon enough, everyone in the wedding industry will be aware of it, and even couples getting married will likely hear about this. So if you're a photographer, you might be thinking, well, what does this mean for me? And could someone steal my work? Am I now competing with people who aren't even shooting real weddings? Those are real concerns, but I don't want you to stay there because fear is not where strong businesses are built. To fear is one thing. To let fear grab you by the tail and swing you around is another. That is a quote from Catherine Patterson. Here's what's happening right now in the industry. Basically, every photographer is getting split into two camps. Those who are building their businesses on images alone, and those who are building their businesses on relationships and trust. The first group will always be replaceable, because if your only proof is your portfolio, well, even now we're living in a world where that can be faked. But the second group, they're building something deeper, genuine trust. Before you go to the next video, I want you to do one simple thing today. I want you to look at your last 10 posts on Instagram, your website, or wherever you're showing your work and ask yourself, is there proof here that this is real? Not just beautiful, but real. Do you have real tagged clients, vendor connections, behind the scene moments, anything that shows a real human experience? If someone landed on your page today, would they really know that this is your work or just assume that it is? Because in the industry we're moving into, assumption is no longer enough. Start building visible proof to build trust quickly with potential clients. Okay, so what seemed to be the nail in the coffin for one of these faux photographers is that the metadata of the fake photos still showed the copyright of the original photographer, which revealed the name and showed that they had taken the image. So in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to protect your work, your images, and your business in a world where this is becoming more common. If this conversation has you even slightly worried about your images being stolen or misused, I created something for you. It's my photographer protection kit. A simple step-by-step guide to help you protect your images, check where they're being used, and prevent images from being ripped or stolen off your website. And make sure that your business is covered moving forward. You can grab it in the description below. If you want to make sure that you don't miss this next video, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my email list. The link is in the description. You'll get an email when videos come out so you never miss a moment and you learn how to grow your business beyond the photos.